Hey guys, I'm going to show you a little production tip today for making multiple parts on a manual lathe. I've got some little keychains I'm going to make. I'm going to do a bunch of them. There's several of them anyway. What I'm actually going to do, I'll play the process will kind of be in fast forward a little bit, because specifically the specific parts of it aren't really what's the important part, what's going to happen. But then I'll show you how I'm kind of spinning around and where I'm getting to the multiple ones. So you'll kind of see what I'm driving at here. I'm stuttering here, I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, let me just show you what's going on here. I got some pieces cut ahead of time. Kind of long enough that you can get multiples out of it. You can do this with, you could have a bunch of these, because that's what we're going to use, is them like this. So let's load one up here. Let's also have our jaws open enough. Make sure you got your tools laid out somewhere handy ahead of time. I've got all mine up here. This is actually that tool holder that I made. We're going to be using it. All right, here we go. You guys ready for the trick part? Oops, let's not do that. Back this out there we go. Okay. What we do is we pull this out and then we flip it around and then we just do another one on the other side. Then we're going to go cut it off on the bandsaw. What this is for is to bypass parting it off. I personally don't enjoy parting off a whole lot, especially on this particular lathe. I don't do it on, I'll do it on tubing. Anything with a semi-thin wall, I'll do pretty regularly. Or a little smaller than this, I may do because I can still do it that fairly quick. But once you start getting better than half an inch, I just tend to not do it on this. If I can get around, if I can do something else, I will. Okay, so we're here. Now we bring this right back. Oops, bumper speed back up. All right, now here's another little trick I've been using to bypass so that I don't have to drill a center. This works in aluminum, something soft. I'm sure someone's going to complain about it, but this has always worked really good for me. Is I just come up and bump it, so I put a little divot in there, and then I pull her out and set that divot in the center. Make sure my tailstock's tight, and then just give it a little bit of load so it sticks in there. That has always just worked really well for me. And I'd actually rather not have that much sticking out. I'm not quite sure I ran it that far. Let's not go quite that far. But that saves you from having to put a drill in the end. And that's a small enough divot. It still gives you, it gives me enough support here that I can do what I'm doing. But I can take it off in one pass when I face it off. So that just works really well for me. Okay, there's that. So now that we're flipped around, same idea. We'll mark the length here. You could make a little deal to have this. I just haven't done it yet. And then we just repeat the process on this side. There it is. Okay. So now what we would do, let me open this up so you can see it. You see, we now have one turned. I don't know what the camera looks like here. See, there's one on that end. There we go. Okay. And then there's one on that end. Now what we do from there is set that off to the side, load up another one, and then do the same thing. But you get the idea there. Now we're going to go over the bandsaw so I can show you what's happening over there. Hang on. Oop, there we go. Okay, here we are. Set up on the bandsaw. See, I've got a work stop in. So it's set to the right length. Now, fair warning, the blade I have on this saw is probably nowhere close to aggressive enough. I think I've got a 24 tooth on there. I'd rather have a 14, so this may take a little longer than it normally would, but you'll get the concept here. So we'll just kick this thing on. There's one. And then all we got to do is flip it around. Just like that. There it is. Then those are ready to just get faced off on the ends. Alright, so now we've got this piece we cut off. Now that we've cut the two pieces off of it, we've got this left. So what do? We put it back in and we repeat the process. I'll get probably one more out of here, then I'll have a short piece, and I use that short piece for another type of keychain I make. That way I'm wasting as little as possible. And you can do this with as long a piece, whatever's safe sticking out of your lathe. You know, obviously your headstock will be a different size than mine. You may be able to have a longer piece and you'll get more turnaround out of doing this type of idea. Or if you've got a, I've actually seen some people where they actually have a little adapter they stick in the end of their spindle back here. And in fact, I've seen some people use tape, where they wrapped up tape just enough to get rid of that so they can have a piece sticking out and it just doesn't wobble around. Okay, so like I said, we just put it in here and repeat the process. Okay, now we got these back in the lathe. Here's my end with the little divot in it. All we do is stick our facing tool right back in it. Touch it. Feed it in just a little bit. There are little divots going. A spindle brake would really be nice on this. Flip it around. And this will be the saw side. It needs even less of a cleanup. I know that one looks a little hoppy. I think it's got some chip stuck in the... Normally I'd blow it off, but for the sake of speeding up the video. And there we go. There it is. See, our little divot's gone. No burrs. Good to go. There you go. Enjoy. I was also going to show you this drill fixture working, because I promised it did, even though I lost the footage. This is the project that it's for, is making these keychains. So here's a little tool that I made to center it up with the drill bit. I just go like this right here. And my head's probably a little high. There we go. And we're centered up. Lock down our axes here. And all we do is put one in here like that. Lock it down, good to go. Oops, hang on, I'm in the wrong gear. Pop it out. There it is, on to the next one.